Welcome to the Daily Habit channel, where we bring you the most comprehensive horoscope predictions and tarot card readings for the day. This is your horoscope for February 22nd, 2020, Saturday, for love, for wealth, and for welfare. Always remember, these horoscope predictions and tarot card readings are just here to guide you for the day. It is still up to us to make our own decisions. No matter what fate gives us, it is up to us to make our own destiny. You make your own destiny. Let us manifest now for our friend Aries. The Five of Swords. Aries, you may be in the process of learning something new and important. This may be something you are learning that will help you personally, or you may be learning something helpful for your work or business. What you are learning may be frustrating, time-consuming, and possibly irritating. Even so, it could improve your life in some way. But because it is bothering you, you may be thinking about reverting to an old way that is not good, but does not require any more learning. The Five of Swords has manifested itself for you today to remind you to think ahead before you do that, especially if you have already invested a lot in something new. Aries, your lucky numbers for today are 16, 18, and 55. Let us manifest now for our friend Taurus. The Nine of Cups. Taurus, how's your love life going? Is it blissful and serene? Is there harmony? Is it what you envisioned? If it is, then you are probably treating yourself pretty well too, and you wouldn't be so happy with someone else, and that is certainly a good thing. But if your love life is not all that great, either because you haven't found the one or because the relationship you are in could use some improvement, then you have to recognize that a good love life begins with you. The Nine of Cups has manifested itself for you today to tell you that finding personal harmony is important to all your relationships. Work on loving yourself before you expect happiness from the world around you. Taurus, your lucky numbers for today are 1, 51, and 75. Let us manifest now for our friend Gemini. The fifth major arcana, the Hierophant. Gemini, there are people in the world who value their relationships based on what someone spends on them or the gifts they give them. To these people, the value of their love comes down to money and cents. But those with a pure, untarnished spirit surely know that this is not the way to measure love. Even though someone in your life hasn't got anything material to share with you, they show their love for you in myriad of ways. And because you are not materialistic, you can see this. The Hierophant has manifested itself for you today to remind you that just be sure that you also acknowledge it, because reassurance of this fact is not necessarily obvious and may be needed. Gemini, your lucky numbers for today are 35, 47, and 74. Let us manifest now for our friend Cancer. The Two of Swords. Cancer, the more hard work and passion you pour into something, the sweeter the reward will be when you finally attain success. But with repairing a relationship that has gone in a tough direction, we don't think of it that way, even though we should. The Two of Swords has manifested itself for you today to tell you that instead of trying to work out a conflict with someone you love through debate and argument, try making things better through love and good works designed to show that love. You may find that it works better and faster than any other way. Cancer, your lucky numbers for today are 8, 41, and 42. Let us manifest now for our friend Leo. The 11th major arcana, Justice. Leo, when you set your expectations very low, it is far less likely that you will be disappointed. Although this is not something that you would ordinarily do, there may be something you want so much right now that you are afraid to even hope for it. So you have to come to expect nothing or maybe next to nothing. The Justice card has manifested itself for you today to remind you that hope is free. And although disappointment is always a possibility for anyone, sometimes our hopes are rewarded in a big way. You are encouraged to hope and aim for the stars now. Hope can be a very positive force. Leo, your lucky numbers for today are 15, 62, and 69. Let us manifest now for our friend Virgo. The Knight of Cups. Virgo, you may wish that you had the support and encouragement from someone you love on a project you are taking on that means a lot to you, but it may not seem that way right now. You may be attributing a wide variety of reasons for this apparent lack of enthusiasm, but you may be wrong about the reasons. Someone may be preoccupied with their own problems and may not fully realize how important this is to you. The Knight of Cups has manifested itself for you today to remind you to let it go and pursue your passion anyway. Once you get into it, your own love for your endeavor will become obvious and you may get the support and encouragement you want. Virgo, your lucky numbers for today are 38, 54, and 63. Let us manifest now for our friend Libra. The 4th major arcana, the Emperor. Libra, some interest of yours, in the form of a talent or a hobby, may soon become quite financially rewarding as well, if you put the time and effort into it. While you may have never thought of this interest in any other way, you may learn or hear something that sparks your interest in taking it down a different and lucrative rewarding path. That will be a great idea. The Emperor has manifested itself for you today to tell you that if you can find some way to bring financial benefit to something you already love, it will be doubly rewarding. Explore and embrace it. Libra, your lucky numbers for today are 8, 36, and 53. Let us manifest now for our friend Scorpio. The 9 of Wands. Scorpio, to a child, a cartoon or a fairy tale is filled with real possibilities. The characters are real and the magic is real. That's because what a child sees and does is not always bound by logic or the fear that something is not possible. To function as adults, though, we need to be more realistic, but not all of the time. You will soon be presented with an opportunity that will benefit from a bit of naive, childlike thinking and freedom from logical boundaries. The 9 of Wands has manifested itself for you today to tell you that you should not question how something can happen. Just ask why not, and you can be rewarded with something very special. Scorpio, your lucky numbers for today are 6, 41, and 52. Let us manifest now for our friend Sagittarius. The 2 of Cups. Sagittarius, you are a very strong-willed person, but your practical nature sometimes limits you. For example, when you send a wish out into the universe, you may not always ask for exactly what you want, but something close to what you want, or something that is simply acceptable. You may not go all out and express what you truly want because you may fear it won't be possible. But the requests you send out into the world now should come from the heart and not be limited by fear. The Two of Cups has manifested itself for you today to tell you that you should ask for what you want now. You have an excellent chance of getting it. Sagittarius, your lucky numbers for today are 15, 50, and 67. Let us manifest now for our friend Capricorn. The Three of Wands. Capricorn, a cloud that you hoped would reveal a silver lining has lately only given you more rain. So how long can you hope for more without becoming disillusioned? You are very steadfast and dedicated when you have a goal. So of course, you could hang in there for a bit longer. But the good news is that it won't probably happen. The Three of Wands has manifested itself for you today to remind you that the silver lining to a dark cloud that seems to have followed you for some time is about to emerge, and it will bring relief and reward that will make you forget those darker days. Capricorn, your lucky numbers for today are 36, 62, and 71. Let us manifest now for a friend Aquarius. The Ace of Pentacles. Aquarius, your popularity is at a peak right now. That may be in part because you have the intellectual acumen to help someone out or to give excellent advice on complicated matters. Yes, some will seek you out for guidance. But at the same time, there will be those who are clamoring for your attention on a more personal level. The presence of your company is always so intriguing and highly charged, and you tend to bring out the best in people because you make them feel like the only person in the room. The Ace of Pentacles has manifested itself for you today to remind you to just be sure today that those who seek you out do just as much for you as you do for them. Aquarius, your lucky numbers for today are 16, 25, and 55. Let us manifest now for a friend Pisces. The 20th Major Arcana, the Judgment. Pisces, you may have made a promise to someone with very good intentions. You may have had great joy at imagining what you would be able to do for someone. But now, you may be thinking that you can't fulfill that promise you made, and that could be very upsetting. It is not because you don't care about letting someone down, because you are a people pleaser who gains joy from giving. It is likely because you have taken on way too much, as you often do. The Judgment has manifested itself for you today to tell you that if this is a dilemma for you now, it will all work out. But in the future, be more realistic in what you do for others and the promises you make. Pisces, your lucky numbers for today are 24, 43, and 58. Always remember, these horoscope predictions and tarot card readings are just here to guide you for the day. It is still up to us to make our own decisions. No matter what fate gives us, it is up to us to make our own destiny. You make your own destiny. And as always, thank you so much for your continued support to our videos and channels. Please do not forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to always get updated with our newest videos. Again, thank you so much.